Hi everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. So today is our something challenge day, and our challenge this week is something Victorian. So I was having so much fun making those journal toppers on Saturday that I thought maybe I would make one with you guys. I'm gonna try to finish one in an hour. Those took me all day. I made 3 of them, but still, it was time consuming, but I kind of prepped myself a little bit. I have my materials. I have a couple of little charms that I know I want to put on there. I've already put a picture into this one. Oh, gee, sorry. As you can see. And what I did was I just trimmed it so it was an oval, and then I stuck it down, and then I took my thin glue here and I just squirted it just slightly in there and pressed it forward so that it would sit against the outer part of the frame so you could see her. And I have a piece of wedding cloth here from that wedding dress I got. I have a couple of pieces of fabric that I really love. Can you believe I got this in the Walmart clearance fabric section for like $4? I mean, seriously, it's beautiful. I love it. And then I have this piece here that is satin, or kind of like a satin, but it's a little thicker and a little more of a pull to it. It's more stretchy, so I think it's a polyester, but it's kind of got that velvety, satiny look. So that's going to be my base. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, since it's going to be a journal topper, I'm going to use this, my art journal, and I'm going to use that to kind of place it where I want this to be as far as like height and width. Okay, so I'm just doing these cuts, and then I'm going to pull it away. I'm not going to use my thing to, but this will at least give me an idea of the direction that I want to go, and so I'm just going to snip this up to there. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it across. I don't want to cut off where I snipped, so until I've gotten it to where I want it to be, and then I'll trim the rest of it. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I'm not the best at cutting fabric, I'll be honest, because I have such a small space, and I really wish I could lay it out in a better spot than my desktop, but actually, I think what I'm going to do is fold it like that, and then trim it off this way. And that way I don't have quite as much to cut. When I'm by myself, sometimes I just hold pieces up in the air and like trim them till I see that they're straight. I mean, I literally, because this is such an awkward spot. Okay. Let's see here. I may, now that I've cut that on the bottom, maybe I'll leave it a little taller. Let me look again. I'm just putting it on top here. Yeah, I think I'm going to just trim this edge off. I'm not going to leave it. I'm not going to make it as short as it was. Or at least I don't think I am. Let me check. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now, just on the width, I need to trim. The ones I made the other day, the blue one that was everybody's favorite, if you saw it on Facebook. Here, I can show it to you right now if you didn't see it. This is seemed to be most people's favorite. This is my husband's favorite too. I made it small, and I wish I had made it larger, like these. These are bigger, see? And this is about approximately the size I think I really like for a topper, because then the person, yeah. Oh, I almost guessed that exact. That's cool. because then, you know, when you put it on top of the journal, it's going to cover the majority, you know, and it gives you a lot more space also to decorate, you know. So that's why the other two that I made, I did make pretty tall and wide. So anyway, but the blue one turned out cute. It just wasn't too big. My husband's like, $40 for each of those. Everything I make, he thinks it should be, you know, and he always tells me the same thing. It's because I'm here and I see how much work goes into everything you make, and I know that you sit there for hours and hours and hours, and your art is worth your time, and your effort and the beauty of your art are worth it. That's why I'm like that, you know, because I always tell him, you always want to overprice everything. He's funny. He's like, $400 on journals. And so I'm like, no. Just bringing the width down just a hair. Hopefully I'm straight. Like I said, I have a hard time getting this straight, but this bottom piece is still a little... I'm going to hold it up like I usually do and do it, because it's just easier for me to hold it in front of me. And quicker when it's a small piece. See, there. Okay, and then the second piece I am going to this is going to be, now what I was thinking, you guys, was that I may do something like I did in the scratch journal, which was to kind of drape a piece of this and then have like some of this on the top in such a way. I'm not sure yet. I might just maybe use this. I'm not sure. And like trim it that way. I don't know. Or have it running down again, or maybe I'll just use part of this. This is a huge piece. I mean, you know, as you can see. So what I usually do with this is just go around a main section and cut it apart at that seam right at the edge of the sewing, you know. I get this apart without tearing up the beading, because when you start cutting, you're cutting those threads that are in the back that are holding your beading together too, so you got to keep that in mind. And if you see that it's coming apart, you can use some glue, Fabrifix, or whatever you have to hand, and go on the back and kind of hit these places where you see that there's threads, you know, because if those come loose completely, if they're attached to anywhere that you trimmed, like this one here, looks like it's kind of loose. So I'll put a tiny bit of glue, and that's what I usually do to hold the beading into place. Now that piece is more reasonable for this, I think. And I'm, like I said, I'm not sure I'm going to use it, but I may. Now, there it is. That's the loose piece right there. I knew there was one because I could tell those sequins were off. So this, when I go in, and I will glue it down. And you can use rubber, I mean not rubber, you can use hot glue, which will dry really fast, you know. But that'll seal that, and then that way at least I'm not pulling that apart. Okay? It's one of the things I do. Now on this one, I'm not sure. I really want this material on here, but I'm wondering if I want to have it raggedy. I kind of like how this tears down. I'm trimming off this edge because that's the seam edge, and you can see the little dots on it, so I don't want that part. I'm pretty sure my next journal is going to be with these colors, with these fabrics actually. So that's where I'm looking, that's where my imagination is heading, is in that direction. So I'm wondering how much of this I want to have coming. And then I kind of like on this one the shredded look around the edges, so I may keep it. You know how I tucked it in on the scratch journal and made it so it was hidden? I'm thinking on this one I may tack this on so that you can actually see the torn. I really like that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a little square down that I'm going to work with. It's actually bigger probably than the piece I'm laying it on top of, but that's because I want to make sure I have enough of it. I made it shorter, but I want it to drape across here. And I'm thinking, where's my little charms? I was wondering if I could put her, like settle her somewhere, you know, and then do love here, or, you know, onto here or something like that. I'll probably grab more stuff and bring it in for this, but for right now, this is where I'm headed. So I'm going to go ahead and let me look at this. I really wanted to use some of this, but I don't know that I like it that much now that I'm looking at it on here for this. I wish I could hear you guys and see what, you know, hear what you think. I know it's pretty. And I know there'll probably be some of you who really like it, and then others who don't. I would use some of this beautiful lace that Laura gave me, but I'm using silver on my charm, my frame. So, yeah, I decided not to use the gold this time. So I am going to trim down. I think let me look. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this again. I really like this. I've had it for a while and didn't use it, and now I'm like using it on everything. But it's pretty. I'm going to tack, just like I did with the other journal. I'm going to tack this on first, and then I'll start placing it where I want it. That way my materials are all together. Okay. Now, let me see here. I love that drapey look, like it's just thrown on the bed, or you know what I mean. I do think maybe I'll take some of this one off, like the length, and so I'll have a little less to work with, but it'll probably be a little easier before I even go any further if I just go ahead and, oh gosh, my hands. Come on, there we go. Oh, I just love this material so much. Yes, I called it material. I know it's fabric. Now it's coming apart because I messed with it too much. I'm going to have to tack it again. That's okay. Here. Come on. Now see, I'm going to attempt to do this in an hour, but this is probably the kind of project I would do usually by myself, because it takes me, you know, it would take me a little bit longer. I don't want that corner to be lost in all of this. Okay. I'm going to do a couple of times because that seems to be really wanting to move around a lot. Okay, there. All right, now to decide how we want this. Now that it's a little bit shorter, that's better. I almost just want to kind of bring it and let it fall, you know what I mean? And kind of lay the I guess it will look better tucked in, huh? Maybe a little bit of the shred hanging out, but yeah. Okay, so we're going to start. Gosh, I've had such a klutzy day, you guys. Honestly, I've had so many things I've spilled, like little things that I've dropped. I told you about it yesterday. It's still Friday when I'm doing this video, and I told you on the Mass Monday that I dropped all that stuff. Yeah, it's, well, more happened after I talked to you guys. So I'm just like, I'm getting very frustrated with myself. Trying not to. Oh, trying not to, but it's hard for me. Okay. I do not want knots on this one because I'll probably put it in the shop, and unless I make something that I like so much that I'll put on my journal, but I have every intention of selling my toppers. In case anybody is interested in toppers for your journals. The only reason I even decided to do them was because one of my customers actually asked me if I would, because she struggles with decorating her journals and she likes how I decorate mine, and she said, I would really love it if you sold toppers, because there's not a great selection on Etsy. So I thought, oh, you know, I love making journals, journal covers, and making toppers is just journal covers without the book underneath, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I thought, yeah, maybe I'll try it, and I just haven't put them in there yet. Maybe by the time this video goes up, because this is next week's, never mind. You know, I might have done it already, so it's possible. Okay. All right, and I'm just doing that same, catching it, you know, trying to catch it underneath and kind of curve the pearls so that they grab the material and look like they're kind of falling down the fabric. And yeah. Last week you guys had some awesome botanical entries for our something challenge. Just some beautiful stuff. My goodness. I was just like, whoa, look at these girls go. Man, when you really start posting stuff that you make, I was telling Valerie, you know, sometimes you guys just, like, I'll make something and then you guys will make it, but you'll do your, you know, you'll do your own spin on stuff and just blow mine out of the water. I always think it's funny. I'm like, look at these girls. They should be teaching me. I'm only coming up on 2 years of doing this form of crafting. I'm a crafter and an artist, but this form of crafting, I just started. I'm a newbie, honestly. Now I'm going to fold that piece over a little bit and kind of, yeah, have it puckered up a little bit. I like that. I got to be careful in the back not to pull it so tight that I don't have the give for the bottom piece to stay flat, you know. This thread is really annoying. I think it must be older or something, or have dust on it or something. Okay. Oh, I just love that material so much. It's just so pretty, pretty, pretty. I think it looks Victorian. I hope you guys think so. Between the satiny fabric and the chiffony floral print, I just thought it looked pretty nice. Now I'm going to swing this back over to the side here. Well, this is coming along quicker than I thought it might. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but right. Come on, darling. There we go. Good job. Oops, that paper, that material, the blue thread's coming. Wait, let me trim that. There we go. Okay. That's going to be flat. Look at that. Isn't this pretty? This material, oh, it just makes my eyes go insane. I love it so much. Oh, I'm serious. I get so excited about certain colors, especially in the blue and now the green family. I really get happy when I see them. And like I did on the other one, I'm going to cut this so that it, my thread broke. Oh man, all that and the thread broke on me, which is going to, well, maybe I can, it's one side of it broke. Let's see if I can do this. Anyways, I'm going to cut this pearls so that they kind of hang off a little bit. That's all I was going to say. There we go. And now I have one strand because this broke. So let's go on the back and do some work here, getting this tacked down as much as possible. It's very annoying that that broke on me. Make sure I'm not, okay. Okay. I'm just putting it through that thread so it knots it at the base there, so I don't lose the hold it's got. Okay, I think it'll be good. I'm going to trim that, and I'm going to put a little touch of glue because I want to make sure that it stays. Come on. My Fabri-Tac is, there we go. Arguing with me. Okay. All right. So there's our initial piece for our topper. Oh, that is cute, right? I like it. I'm really excited. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it. Oh, I kind of like that right there. You know, this isn't gonna need a lot of flash, I think, because this is gonna be like the shortest video I've ever made. I feel like it's almost finished, you know? I mean, what else would I add to it? I mean, it's just so pretty the way it is. Oh, dang it. Did I get... No, it's okay. I was going to say I could add some of these pretty flowers on top. I'm looking at it through the camera to see. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog, the neighbor's dogs. You know, they're always crying because they're so, I don't even know if it's that he's hitting them. He hits them so often, I think, that they cry just when he walks by. They cry out, you know, or if he even touches them, they yell because they've been beaten. These poor babies have been beaten so much. I'm sorry. And I've called the authorities and, you know, they can't catch him doing it. So, yeah, it's been kind of, that is getting better. I don't know. Maybe. What do you guys think? Or should it maybe just be coming off the edge and then it could be glued onto, let me get that journal. Let's see what kind of play we can have here. Putting this on top of, that color is actually close to, I'm just thinking, like, if I did it something like that, and then it would still be on the edge, but I really kind of like her down there. These are, I trim these off of a trim that I bought, and they go like every other, you know, and I get it at Hobby Lobby, and yeah, that's where these flowers come from. This is white. These are more of an ivory, but I don't know. Let me look at it from above and see, because you know that changes your perspective totally. Let me remove this and see, maybe just putting these flowers on by itself, making a little, you know, little grouping. Oh, that's pretty too. Oh, girls, I wish I could hear you. I should just turn this thing on live and be like, what do you think? Which way should I do it? Somebody out there answer me. What's your opinion? Oh, that looks pretty. This is so pretty, but is it too much? I kind of feel like it's too much. Let me get this smaller piece. Let's see what this does. Just having a little piece here in the corner of it. Because with all the pearls and everything, it looks very Victorian to me, you know? Let's see here. That's nice. Oh, that's pretty too. Which one? I actually think I am going to plant this little guy. So I've done something here in this spot, about right here. Okay? And I'm going to press this way so it stays. Am I straight? Make sure. Yeah, it's straight. Okay, so that says love, in case you can't see it. Okay. And then I'm really not sure, because I really am kind of liking this in the corner, just as like a holding place even for her picture, you know? Oh, there you go. It's kind of framing that corner. Yeah, I'm going for it, you guys. I'm going for it. I am just gonna do it. You know me, if later I go, oh, you know what, I changed my mind, I don't like that, I'll take it off and I'll put something else there. I've done that many times. I can't even tell you how many times I've taken apart a journal cover after gluing like everything down and having it really sealed. I've taken it apart because I decided it just wasn't quite what I wanted, you know, and I got to move my other journal. I'm going to mess up my art book. But, you know, I do. If I don't feel it afterwards, I'm like, oh, never mind. I thought it was that, but nope. So don't be afraid. Oh, see, now I just screwed this up. Oh, come on. Come off there. Nope. I'm going to have to do something about that. Dadgummit. Tara, honey. You and your... Can't put her on the edge. Me and my clumsy fingers. That's annoying. Let me see. What can I do here? How can I fix this? It's okay. We'll think of something. Let me see something here. I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to see if I can possibly it's not, if I pull this up a little bit more, there. Yeah, it's really in there. I rubbed it. I shouldn't have. I should have waited. If I can get enough of that off there, then when I cover it, it won't be quite so stand out so much. Okay. I'm just giving it back. It's all right. Now let me look here. There we go. Can you see? So all I'm going to do is trim some more of this off, because I don't need that whole piece to patch this little area here. Bear with me, kids. I'm making a correction. Just trying to pull that glue off that little corner too, because you can see it now. All right, there, okay. All right, all I need, yeah, right there. Okay, cool. I'm just fitting that right up to that edge. Seriously, I get glue on that. I did. There we go. I got it. I got it off. I got it off. Now I'll just glue this piece down again on top of it and cover that patch that I created there. There. Now. All right. Hold that down nice and firm. Okay, and now going back over to this corner, let me see if I can recreate my little flower patch I had going on over here, little flower garden. There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to lay this one, let me look, just make sure that I don't want this one on top and these two coming from below. Let me just look. Actually, do I like that, or do I like it more like that? Actually, I think I kind of like it under here. And this little guy right in the corner. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to put this little guy first. Okay. And then this one on top. But coming, I want him kind of coming off the corner, like that's coming off the corner over there. Don't want a ton on this one because, like I just said, it's going to come off the corner, so you don't want the glue to be on the back of that. I'm going to use this petal as the one that comes off of the rest of it. So, okay. No, up a little bit more. Up a little bit more. Better not not do it, so you have to patch again, young lady. Ugh. That's the bad part about hot glue. That's the only thing, you know, if you miss your spot, depending on what you're using it on, you may have missed your chance to do it right. Okay, there we go. Oh, shoot. He's, yeah, gummit tea. He's sitting, you know what I'm going to do? He's like on top of the pearls. I'm going to see if I can, there we go. Forcing the petal underneath the pearls. There we go. You can't really even tell. Yeah. I'm over here fighting with him. I really do like hot glue for situations like this, though, because they just it just works so fast and makes it possible to be quick about it. Okay, guys, so this is my entry for, let me bring this a little bit closer, maybe hold it up here. I'm going to sit it on this book again so it looks, so you can just see it laying. Okay, so there we go. So that is my entry for our something Victorian. Okay, I hope you guys like it and that you enjoyed the process of me fighting with the glue. I'm looking at this little tiny, now I'm going to leave it because otherwise it's going to be messed up. I'm leaving it. Okay. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you like it, and I will see you on Thursday. God bless.